This is the pose that can make or break you and definitely make a difference in your placing. So let's get to it. Oh my gosh, you guys, everybody looks so different in this picture. So let's talk about what's good and not so good. And I'm sure you already have some ideas of your own. Play along with me. You know, drop your comments and tell me what you think. Please be nice and use constructive criticism, okay? This is to help everybody, including the people on stage. All right, so again, love her, okay? Really nice posing. Best up there for sure. So what am I seeing right out the gate that I don't like? Let's talk about her back. Beautiful muscles, right? Look at all that definition in there. Really nice. But she's showing it off to her best ability. No. What's missing? All right, where's the lats? This is all scrunched up in there. And I hate to see that, especially when I know that it's there. I know that there's lats. She could show them off if she knew how. But she does have really nice shoulder caps. Okay, so we've got that going for her. She's showing off her triceps, but she shouldn't really be showing off her triceps in this one because those arms should be a little more bent, like we talked about last time, right? So that we can show off the diamond in between there. This is a really nice diamond, accentuates this curve, right? When you don't have any curves and it's totally blown out, you've got all this space in here, you're really not showing off your best assets at all. Okay, so since I'm on the back and the shoulders, let's just keep talking about that a little bit. So this lady here, she's got a beautiful back and shoulders. I love how this is flat in here. Okay, shoulder blades are down. They're not winging out. I don't really see anybody's scapular or shoulder blades winging here. She is kind of out a little bit, but she's a bit soft to even really tell where the problem lies, but you can see that her shoulder blades are kind of sticking out a little bit, and we like them to be nice and flat. Okay, so they're nice and flat, she's got some good definition, and really nice shoulders. Okay, I love seeing how this pops up and the traps come down a little bit, right? If you can push your lat traps down at the same time that you're flexing your shoulders, and I can totally show you how to do this, you will accentuate the delts by pushing down your traps, okay? And she's doing the same thing here with that space. So you see this big space in here really accentuates her delts. Now back to this lady here. If those arms were down a little bit more, that would even just seal that package a little bit better, okay? And that would accentuate her curve in here. And it would also not only accentuate that, it also makes her lat spread look bigger and wider. Do you see that? Do you see how she actually looks wider because she's got the perception of a counterpart going the opposite direction, where she does not. Okay, so let's go to the lady way over here on the left end. All right, couple things that really could be changed. I don't like seeing the hands facing the back. Nobody wants to see your palms. I know that's a little picky thing, but it does aesthetically make a difference. Okay, so hands ideally should be pretty relaxed. Her hands are a little forward, but that's probably the best relaxation of the hands. Again, she likes to have fists. And then this lady in the purple has pointy fingers, which is less of an issue. That's really common with people. It's really hard to relax your hands because you're so focused on flexing everything else. But honestly, ladies, the biggest thing you want to do in your back pose is get that lat spread. Okay, once your lats are out, everything else just kind of goes into place. Getting your lat spread out by itself with your arms relaxed is 90% of this pose. And we took them back to her because we were just talking about her. So I want you to see the difference between her shoulders and her shoulders. Okay, so what do you see? You're like, wow, the fourth lady over, you're like, wow, she's got some really nice shoulder caps and she's showing them off. Well, if you come back over here to the first lady, you'll see that she also has really nice shoulders. I can see all the separation in her delts, right? But because the first lady is leaning forward, you don't see that as well. Okay, do you see the difference? She's leaning forward and she is pretty much straight up and down. Okay, I want you to look at that, because here's the thing to think about with this is your judges are down here. Okay, now the picture you're looking at right now, the camera is, pretty level with the middle of their body. So it looks a little bit different, but you can already see how much better it looks. Imagine being the judges and being down here looking up. And the further somebody is away from them with their upper body, the less of it they're going to see. So you don't have to lean back super far either. You do want to tilt back a little bit, but all the tilting's coming from here, not here, okay? But what that does when you stand up a little bit taller is it allows you, and keep this wide, it allows you to show off those shoulders to the judges, okay? She's doing the same thing here. Now the lady on the end over here, the only thing she is doing is as she's leaning back a little bit, she's bringing this arm behind her. And as she brings it behind her, it squeezes in just a little bit. So she could be wider with those lats. And then unfortunately, this lady could probably most benefit from a posing coach and a coach that got her a little bit leaner as well. Now, I don't know her story. Sometimes people are like, hey, I lost 70 pounds already to get here, and I look amazing, and I'm super happy with that. Terrific. More power to you. I love that. But I am just giving you my opinion from what I'm looking at from a judge's standpoint and a posing coach's standpoint. So even if she's a little soft, I want her posing to come in. Like, looking at just her posing from here down is not bad. But the top half really needs to be dialed in, and it so could. Ooh, if I could just touch her and move her arms and her back a little bit, I could improve it by 100%. And I love doing that. So a couple things with the arching of the back. Okay, always arch from here. You do want to do two things with arching that back. As much as you are anatomically possible, whatever your range of motion is you want to arch so that you are lifting your butt and you're trying to alleviate these lines down here as much as possible with the quote underbutt. Okay. The other thing, of course, is you are trying to show your glute ham tie-in. Now, I will say that if you will see a lot of people posing by leaning really far forward, and what they're doing is they're trying to eliminate the underbutt lines and they're trying to get that glute ham tie-in to pop out. But I will say, ladies, that if you have to lean that far forward to show your glute ham tie-in, you need to do a little more work or get a little leaner, or both. Okay, so I want you to do that arching from here, from that lower back, okay? So 2 arches. Number 1, you're picking up your butt. Number 2 is also going to come from here. But now you're bringing that back towards the judges this way, right? Like she's leaning forward. This one's going to be standing up tall, just like we talked about. But the arch comes from here, not from your back. Because if you try to do it from your back or your shoulders, you're going to squeeze off your lats, and you definitely don't want that. Okay, and the last little detail is always make sure that your hair is off of your back. You don't want to be covering up any of that hard-earned muscle. And if I didn't already say it, heels together. Always heels are together, okay? You don't want to be showing that gap down here. Okay, if I missed anything, please leave me a comment and I will go over it in a future video or add my comments as well. Oh my gosh, thank you guys for sticking with me so far. We've gone through so much stuff. Ooh, I love it. As you learned from my last video, it's super important to have a posing coach. There are like 17 things to think about in each pose, not including transitions, moving on stage, etc. If you're doing a figure competition this year, please go to my website and schedule yourself a free consultation. I would love to talk to you and help you look your best. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next week.